would, if she would. But so just pray for Andrew's mom. Her dad used to own the air conditioning place, one of the air conditioning places here in town. And, no, I can't remember her dad's name. He's not, he went back on the road trucking and stood it and closed up his air conditioning place. So I can't remember his name. But just remember them when you pray. Remember the mom especially. And I just got a message from my niece-in-law this morning, a good friend of mine that I grew up with in church. Her husband, only 51 years old, passed away last night from a massive heart attack. She's got a son in Afghanistan right now. So it wasn't expected. So I don't know his name, but his wife's name is Cynthia Martin. His last name is Martin. But remember that family, especially the son that's overseas and dealing with what he's having to deal over there, and now trying to stay his dad. So remember that situation. Sounds like we're having some. Praise the Lord. I've been telling God's not here today, so I'm not. My thoughts are with her this morning, but
is there anything we can do for her?
It's just a real bad cold, and she's coughed so much she thinks that she's maybe done something to her ribs. Having a lot of pain down here in the lower part of the ribs. That can happen. She hasn't been able to do much. She'd gotten up to get her to fix her something to eat because I went up and got her some NyQuil so that she could knock her out so she could sleep. And I told her, I said, before you take this, you need to get something on your stomach because it will make you sick if you don't. So I never have to take things. It drives me just a little bit. Well, I just want to tell you something. I was recharged. I'm going to tell you the truth. I was so low when I got to church Friday night. I knew I wasn't finished. I know that God hasn't finished with me yet in my ministry, but I was at a point where I said, am I finished? And as the end of the service, after Brother Hampton preached one of the best sermons I've ever heard him preach. It was a preaching-teaching sermon, but it was on the also. And I'm going to preach that sermon to you here before long. It was on the also, and it was out of the 6th chapter of Isaiah. He told us to preach it. He said, you can, if you need it, I'll send you my outline. I don't think I need it because I don't think I'll forget it. But the thing about it is at the end of the service, I sat there and the Lord just, through the whole service, He just began to just flow through me. And at the end of the service, when He was called us up for prayer, He said that there's some of you that probably felt like that God is through with you. But I'm here to tell you He's not through with you yet. I mean, it's talking about me. You see, I'm seeing how God is blessing. This is the way things go. Satan will try to his best to blind your eyes to what's going on. In one hand, I'm seeing how what God is doing in our church and our people, and our people are growing and excited about things. But I realize y'all would be more excited. Y'all would have grown more if I had put more into what I'm doing. That even when I didn't feel like it, get up, walk out the door, get in my car and come down here during the week and work here in the church and come and go into the community and do some things. But one of the things that really recharged my battery is that I'm going to acknowledge the King. And one of the things that he asked us, who do you believe in? Which God do you believe in? And through the next year, I told Brother Bob about this. The Lord is working in my spirit. I'm going to be praying about it. If this is the Lord, January 1st, I'm going to start in Genesis. And I'm going to preach through Revelation next year. And we're going to see who God is in each book of the Bible. I won't be preaching one whole book on Sunday, but what I will be doing is taking at least 3 areas out of each book, each Sunday, to show who God is represented in that book. Because I want us to know who God is. You see, we say we believe. We say we have faith in God. I say that. I preach that. And to a point I believe that. But there's times when the world, the things that are going on in the world, catch my eye. And I begin to think about those things. If I truly believe that God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if I believe that He is the creator of all things, if I believe that He is the King of kings and Lord of lords, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, who was, who is, who always will be, if I truly believe that, why should I wear a red? Why should I be concerned about the things that are going on? I'll just tell you now. The state of Illinois, and I'm saying this for the fact that I love our state overseer. The state of Illinois, after passing their law on same-sex marriage, is trying to add something into that law. That a pastor, whether his church believes in it or not, if someone comes into his church and wants to be married or have their party at his church, he better do it or he'll go to jail, because he's breaking the law. Well, you know what? I told Brother Bob, I told some of you, almost 30 years ago, I had a dream. And in that dream, I was in jail because of my stand on homosexuality. Now, I'm not one of those who is a hater. I love the homosexual, but I do hate the sin. And I hate what the sin does. But it's not just homosexuality. It's immorality. It is adultery, fornication, anything that defiles the body that we have, that is the temple of the Holy Ghost. And so